Hey, Trader Tim, coming to you from EminiMind, doing a trade recap video. It's the 16th of July, Wednesday. Been kind of a quiet summer. Summers typically, there's a lot fewer trade setups. Today was a really good day, so I wanted to run through some of the trades. And we'll start the first one here was the 15-minute opening range breakout. That one, we had a little bit of a gap up, and that one sold off and got its plus 20 points in the ES. And then from there, the kind of the first setup that presented itself was this hammer on the 1 minute chart. I like to wait for the 21 to catch up, or price to catch up to the 21 EMA before taking a trade off of the 1 minute chart. And so what that means is, we have this gap up, price kind of moves sideways, the 21 starts moving up towards price. If you have the trading hours only on, it's going to do that. And I like having the trading hours only on because then I can see the gaps a lot easier, and there's the volume on the trading hours session is much more than the overnight session. There's hardly any volume in the overnight. So I'll pay attention to where the overnight high and lows are, but then I'll turn it off. So put in order one tick above the high of this hammer, but then that one did not fill, so we just kept going lower. So that's the great thing about that type of trade strategy, entry strategy. If it doesn't break, you don't get filled, and you don't take any loss or stop out. But the next one I took, so then we kept coming down, and we were working our way towards the gap fill. So there was this small inverted hammer here, and we were in a slight downtrend on the 21 EMA. I did take that short. That one stopped me out before it could roll over. We kind of got another inverted hammer next to it with a bearish engulfing bar, and then it rolled over and just about filled the gap. So that was a small stop out. Then after that, we had established our first 30-minute range, which is super helpful to determine, are we moving sideways or are we a trending day? And if we're within the 30-minute range, well, then by definition here we're going sideways. And that's pretty much what we did for the next half hour or so. I did draw up the full halfway back of the day at that point, and we came up to the 50 right about here, and it was a, let's see here, back it up. We were close to touching, but we did not break. Where did we go here? 722. Got to back it up even more. Oh yeah, right here. So we came close within a point. I consider that traded to the 50% retracement, but we didn't break the swing low down here. So I did not take the halfway back short on the 512. Shortly after that, we traded right at the opposing 50% retracement, and then we bounced right back up to the halfway back short. We kind of did that for a half hour or so, just moving back and forth between the two 50%. Then we had a little bit stronger run up, broke through the 61.8, and then bam, immediately sold off. Then kind of did it again, rallied back up, sold off hard. I almost closed down, threw in the towel here because we were just going sideways in the 30-minute range. But I'm glad I didn't, because shortly after that, we did break down below lows, below the 30-minute range, had a stronger trend on the 21, and we came right back up to the 50% retracement, which lined up with that 21, got an inverted hammer right there, and that one was a monster 25-point move to the downside, which was awesome. And we didn't get a 50% retracement on the 512, so we did break the swing low, but we didn't quite bounce high enough to get filled. So that's where using the hammers and inverted hammers at a 50% is a really good method for getting in. And then just trailing each candle on the way down, trailing each bar. So that one was a 25-point move. Then I drew up the next halfway back long. I didn't flip the long down here on the hammer. We were at the negative 23, and we did have these low ticks as well. So in that situation, sometimes I will flip it, meaning get out of the long, or get out of the short and get into a long. But I waited. We had this little double bottom down here, drew up the halfway back long, and then we started moving up to the, I thought, okay, well, if we can get up to the halfway back short, that's a pretty decent move in itself, 45 up to 58. So more than 10 points. There's enough room to make that worthwhile. And so just trailing the next 61.8. And then I started trailing the next 61.8, but we didn't pull back here. So when that happened, I'm thinking, okay, well, we're at the 50% retracement. Uh, we kind of have one little red candle. So I put my stop underneath that low. And then we really didn't stop at all at that 50% short. I was kind of watching here because the 21 came to it. It was looking for an inverted hammer, maybe a break of a swing low to take another short, but we really didn't pause at all. We just went right through it. So I just kept trailing the swing lows at that point. These couple of red candles, there wasn't much to grab off of, and then ended up getting taken out up here. So it ended up being a really big move, then back to the upside. So really, really good day of trading. And I think a big takeaway, especially in the summer when you have a lot more sporadic trading days, or you got holidays in there, you've got vacations, other things going on, kids off school. Like, I'm not trading as much through the summer. I'm not physically in front of my computer screen as much, and rather than try and make a bunch of modifications to your trading strategy, incorporate new trading strategies, I find it best to just focus on what you've been doing, the trading strategy that resonates with you, and take the quality setups that come your way, as opposed to try and increase the quantity of setups by making a bunch of little modifications, because you already are going to have fewer setups in the summer as it is, and the ranges are going to be smaller. And so you start making a bunch of modifications, and then on days where you might end up just being flat or not having any trades, you risk burying yourself and digging yourself a hole. And things like, when you do see the market selling off, if you find yourself you know leaning towards the temptation of just hitting buy market, sell market, wanting to jump into a move, chasing a move, you're better off just closing down your trade ladder to prevent that temptation. And I know it can be a bit challenging to kind of get and stay in a groove over the summertime because you have fewer trade opportunities, but it feels so much better to focus on being consistent with what you can control with your entries and trade management. And if I go, 3, 4 days with no trades, so be it. I'd rather finish the day flat, or with no trades, than take some silly setups that aren't part of my trading criteria, trading plan, and then be down and be frustrated. And so some of those tendencies will just naturally dissipate over time. The temptation to hit buy market, sell market, I mean, that never even crosses my mind, to jump in on a trade that's not part of my trading arsenal. And so you develop that self-control and those that overall handle on the markets in time. But if you're first starting out, or if it's your first couple of summers and you're not used to it, it can be a tougher time to trade. So hope you're having a good summer. Hope you're getting outside, doing some fun stuff, and hope you're having a good week. We'll talk to you guys all soon.